What's going on, everybody? I know. I'm supposed to be doing my impression of CanJam and the various headphones that I heard, which was a lot that day. And I think you already know that I heard the Empyrean 2s, which had been launched a couple days before CanJam. What I didn't tell you, though, is that it wasn't the only one that blew my mind. Like, I heard the Susvara, the HD 800s, the Focal Utopias, but the Empyrean, I guess because I liked the tuning and the way it presented the music, was my favorite until I went over to Empire Ears. Let me preface this by saying that I wasn't really into IEMs. Like, I do have the iSign 10, but from Odyssey, but I wouldn't call myself like the end all and be all and know all of in-ears, IEMs. So I was very curious and I went over to Empire Ear just to check out an IEM. And I remember sitting down and they were like, we want you to hear this one. Just check out this one. And I was like, cool, cool. And they put the little tip on and I put it in my ear and I was floored. I was literally floored by the sound I was hearing. And this is already after I'd heard the Utopia, the Empyrean 2, Susvara, like all the high end. But this one truly blew me away. And I was like, what is this? And the guys there were like, well, this is the Raven. And I was like, the Raven, huh? And I got to listen to the Odin as well. But I went back to the Raven and I just kept listening and listening and listening. And I was just like, what is going on? There's something special about this. So I can say from CanJam, my two favorite headphones that I heard were the Impies 2s, but definitely the Raven. And I sat there and thought, like, I'm doing all these reviews. I want to continue doing reviews, but I would love to do a review on the Empyrean 2 or the Raven. But I wasn't sure which one I was going to be able to get first. So I've been checking and checking, and I think the Empyrean 2s actually started hitting. But what hit first was the Raven. So luckily, delivered yesterday were my Empire Ear Ravens. So I've only had like a day or two, I guess it's been 2 days, to listen to them. And man, have I been listening to them. Because it's funny, you'll hear something, but kind of worry like, well, I heard a lot of things that day. Are they going to be as great as I think they are? Or I was so new to this then, is everything going to sound great? Like, are they going to be amazing? So the past 2 days, I've been listening to them. I've been able to listen to them on different sources, like the SP3000 Estelle and Kern DAP, and also the 35 DAP. And all I can say is, wow, they are very, very, very good. A cool thing too is I listen to a wide variety of music. So be it Polyphia, Michael Jackson, Roberta Flack, Beatles, like I listen to a whole bunch. And I just listen to these with so many different things in the past few days. So this isn't necessarily my review of the Raven because I think I'll be ready in a couple days for that. I'm very close because there's a few more things that I want to listen to and just enjoy them. And this has been one hell of an enjoyable experience. The bone conducting. So there are 12 drivers plus bone conducting inside the Raven. And the bone conducting is kind of hard to describe, but one of the cool things you can do is this. Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal. In the beginning, there's a heartbeat. And what's crazy about the bone conducting in these headphones is that it actually felt like it was coming from my chest. Like, it's unreal how crazy the bass is because it's something you actually feel. And I noticed that too when I was at CanJam. Like, there's just something uncanny but awesome. It's like you have awesome bass and then the cherry on top. The other thing that I've also noticed too is with the mids, I've listened to Yeba, I've listened to Adele, Luther Vandross, Marvin Gaye, everything. I've listened to a lot in the past couple of days with these. And there is just so much accuracy when it comes to the layers, like the dynamics, like when they're quiet, the emotion comes out with these. Like, so that I've been very impressed with that. Um, Also, the highs, depending on the DAC that I used. Like the 35 was more bright, and but it was never fatiguing with these, so it brought out more of the treble. The 3000 was more of an overall very nice sound, and with either pairing, it did change the sound signature a little bit, but it sounded great. Like it just depends on kind of like what mood you're in, but it really did affect how they sound. But with both of them, it was, even though it was a different sound, it sounded really, really good. I haven't put up this review yet, but before this, the one that I truly, truly love were the Theaudio Monarch 3s. And I would say this, if you like the Monarch 3 sound, or a sound like that, kind of a W, these are like that, but with more treble extension, more clarity in the mids, and I'm talking about clarity, amazing clarity in the mids, and very similar, awesome bass, but just that extra bone conducting and a little bit more refinement, and it's just awesome. So this is my first impression of these awesome Ravens, but I will be doing my more in-depth video here in a few days. But all I can say right now is wow. So I hope this helped you out, and I will talk to you next time.